Welcome back. If you watched my last video, you know I finally played the strongest Duolingo bot, the Green Owl, which is the mascot of Duolingo, the language learning app. But I'm not too sad about that game. Number one, I lasted 47 moves, which is longer than I last against some of the strong bots. And number two, there was no huge blunder or mistake that totally changed the game from my part. There were small inaccuracies and mistakes that didn't change the evaluation that much. And there was a span of about 12 to 15 moves over which the bot went from being slightly behind to being significantly ahead. There are always going to be positional things that I don't understand, strategic placement of pieces that I'm not sure why they go there yet, but I'll find out 10 moves down the line, and the bot does know that. What I'd like to do now is play the only other remaining Duolingo bot that I haven't played, which is Lily. I will say that I don't know that I've ever beaten a 1700 rated bot, so I'm probably going to lose this game too. I don't know. I do know that Lily is one of my favorite characters on the Duolingo app. Each one of the characters has a slightly different voice, depending on what language you're learning. For me, the two languages that I've spent the most time on were Spanish and Japanese, and the characters seem pretty consistent across those languages. I think some people don't like Lily, but I kind of like her dry, almost depressed, emo-style voice. It's surprisingly easy to understand the nuances of the language when I'm trying to learn new words. So anyway, let's just choose this bot, and I'll do my best to see what color we get and what opening we get. The owl played the English against me. Oh, and so did she. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I played E5 in that one, and then Duo got the knight out just like that. What did I do? I don't remember now. Oh, I think I played C6, aiming for this. Is that not good? I don't know. You know what I should probably do is just aim to castle here. So I'm going to play this differently than I played the last one. That's the same thing that happened in the last game. But the last game, I didn't have a knight here to protect this pawn push. Should I push that pawn? But then this knight just goes here or here. Well, if it comes in here, I'll push a pawn. You know what? Let's do it. Oh, it went down there. Well, that was probably smart. Okay. And I can't really defend. Wait, now I have two pieces defending this square. So I can defend that pawn, can't I? No, not really. If I take and they take and I take. Wait, take, and I take. Then they can take that pawn, and they will have gone up a pawn. Okay, so I shouldn't do that. So should I just let that I should just let that pawn go then? Is there no other way I can defend it? You know what? I'm going to go back to my original thing that I did on the last one. Let them have that. I'll take it, and then I will push this. And see where we go. Okay, well, let's get this bishop out right there, I guess, and then... So, I mean, that was kind of an obvious move, wasn't it? Why don't we check? I assume we're going to trade bishops here, and then I will castle. And then start getting my other pieces out. I know that, let's just take that, I guess. I don't know about that pawn coming for my queen, but I'm going to move this rook over. If that pawn gets any closer, I can block it this way, can't I? I would also like to, you know what, let's get this bishop out. Kind of aiming through here, not there, but this way. And oh, well, that was a mistake because I can't drop it back because of their knight. Okay, I'm not having the best of days, am I? Can we get this knight out and move forward with our lives? That's aiming at my king, but it's the only thing aiming at my king right now, so I shouldn't be too worried about it. I was thinking about coming here anyway, here in a second. Is that a good idea? Oh no, then that undefends this pawn. Okay, can I go here and aim for the bishop and see where it goes? Because my queen's defending that spot. Let's aim for the bishop and see where it goes. It went there, which is aimed at this. Okay, should I move this bishop this way? I think so. I have two pieces defending that, the knight and the pawn. Are they going to take? They didn't. Oh wow, they're coming in with this to defend the pawn. See, that was getting tricky. Okay. But it can't push forward just yet, right? I don't know, maybe it can. Oh, what if I put this back here? Now the pawn cannot push forward, that's for sure. Oh, okay. Did that take something? No, it just forced me to move. Should I go toward it or away from it? I should go away from it, maybe. I don't know, that's probably a mistake. Now I'm trapped in the corner. Okay. Oh, and now they have another piece guarding that square. Good grief. And the knight has nowhere to go. Okay, I'm going to lose a pawn out of this deal. All right. Yeah, like so. So now I'm a pawn behind, and they've got all kinds of stuff lined up here. What if I tried a, I don't know. Should I make myself a getaway square for my king while I'm here? Okay, I think this just makes sense. But can we get rid of that pawn? If I take and they take, then I'll need to move my queen someplace, but I don't have to take. I could just leave it there for a second and maybe come after something else, like getting this rook out. Oh, I was just about to say I bet the bot castles here to get the other rook in. Okay, it did, and you know what? Let's go all in on this rook thing. I mean the pawn. Yep, they did it too. Okay. Well, the cool thing is here they can't aim through that pawn, and they can't advance it as long as my queen is here. So I think that's okay. It's too bad there's not a way to also use my queen, but I can't because it's required for that. I should have had a rook in there, but I didn't. And now I can't get a rook in there because this one can't move. Maybe I should move this pawn. Like that? Is that what I should do? Apparently that's not what I should have done. Should I go for it again? Wait, where's this headed? Oh, my rook's undefended. Oh my goodness. Man, the bot played that fast. That's a fork. Okay. I really don't know. Are they going to sacrifice their queen here? Is that what this is? Because I'd basically have to take, and then they promote, and I would take, and they would take. Oh no, that wouldn't be that great for them, right? They still have all three pieces pointed at that pawn, but again, they can't move the pawn right now, right? Okay, I don't know. I made it past 30 moves, but I have a feeling I'm going to lose this one faster than I lost the other one. Oh, wow. Can I take this pawn now? I know they've protected both of theirs here, but can I take this one? And then they'll take, and then I'll take with their rook. Oh, their queen. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I did not notice that their queen is aimed at my queen. I almost did not notice that. Okay, if I take, and they promote, and I take, and they take, I will have gained a pawn out of that, I think. So I think I just take their queen. And the problem, of course, now is that they can promote, and I can't do anything about it. Oh, okay. And that's a fork, so they're going to win my rook. All right. And then this one. Okay. I don't know. Oh. Wow, that bot beat me 10 moves faster than the Duolingo owl bot did. All right, good game, Lily. I have no idea what went wrong in that game. I really don't. I'm going to click save game and click the game review. I don't know if it was, again, I don't know if it was one blunder that took everything away or if it was a series of small mistakes like it was in the last game. We're about to find out. It's hard to tell. Again, I didn't have any blunders and only one miss, 4 mistakes. Looks like the bot was building an advantage right out of the opening, but then gave it away. Again, I don't like the fact that the numbers appear in the way of the thing you're pointing at. See here, the number went off to the side, so you can still see the part of the graph that I'm pointing at. But yeah, if you're ever building a graph like this that has little pop-up numbers, make sure they're popping off to the side or in the corner or something, so it doesn't block what I'm trying to show here. Because here, it looks like we were fairly even, but then I gave the bot a little advantage, it gave it back. Then I gave the bot some advantage, they gave it back. Oh, okay, that was one big point right there from right near 0 to +3. But then it came back down into the ones, which if we go over to the analysis board is probably 0 point something. Okay, and then there was another big blunder. Okay, so I'm going to try to go to right there where it was very close to even. What did I play? I played bishop to d7, oh, to get in the way of the pawn. But I should have played rook to e5. They would have checked me. I would have come closer, and they would have taken this bishop. Wait, what? Okay, it says I should put my rook up here, forking these 2 pieces. Okay, I get that. But then they would check me. I would come closer. They would take this bishop, and I would take back with the knight, and we would be close to even. The only other move I had that was close in evaluation to this was taking the bishop now. I guess that makes sense. I wasn't sure what this knight was doing here. I did not consider that was aiming in here, which would put another defender on the bishop, attacker on the bishop, and it be a check, and be protected by this pawn. So I completely missed that. This I probably wouldn't have found, but taking the bishop, I get that completely. They're facing off, we're having this little battle over the c6 square, you know, we can just end that now by taking the bishop, trading them off. It says they wouldn't take it immediately. I think if I were playing a human and I took the bishop, I would expect them to take back almost immediately with the queen. But here it says the computer would want to play the knight in here first, and then when I moved my king, they would take back. I would move my king to f8 again, instead of the way that I eventually moved it. But they would take back there with their knight, instead of the queen, leaving their queen back here by the king. Which that in itself might be a little bit of a lesson. Okay, so this was 1 point at which I gave away a good deal of advantage. Again, yeah, not +3, 1 point something. They did do their best move here. Oh, and when I did it, it was better to move to the corner. Okay. See, those other times Stockfish was saying if they checked there, I would come closer to F8, but no, H8 is much better. Okay, well, good for me then. I don't know why it's better, but it felt better. The bot was supposed to castle here, but it didn't. They played B5 coming after the knight. Okay, well, I want to know why the game review counted knight to C6 as an inaccuracy, because Stockfish says knight to C6 is my best move. So, you know, come on, Stockfish, talk to each other. Stockfish light and Stockfish not light and game review. You guys got to talk to each other. If that was my best move, it can't be inaccurate. They were supposed to take with the bishop, which would have been better, but they took with the knight. So we're getting closer to even again. That's my best move, their best move to take back. And I actually would have been better off by playing E3 here. They would have taken, then I could have checked on H4, which would have required them to move their king. Not really, I guess. They could have put their queen there, but then I would have taken it, which would have required them to move their king. Okay, so it says I should have given up this pawn for the opportunity to check, to get my queen out from here. And then once they moved their king, I would put my rook in front of this pawn, protecting the bishop. I don't know if they would take or not. I wasn't sure, now that I had that pawn way out there, which the opening threw me way off. You can see that I don't face the English enough to know, I have any idea what to do against it. So that threw me off from the beginning. The English opening 2 knights variation, their knights going all around the middle of the board. Like, where am I supposed to put my pawns and my pieces? I have no idea. Maybe I should have played F4. Is that the Dutch? Sorry, F5? Is that the Dutch? I should have played the Dutch defense. Okay, never mind. But yeah, I wasn't sure what to do with that pawn now that I had it up there. I knew if I pushed it, they could just take, but what I didn't see was that I could have checked, and that would have changed the situation down here. It would have gotten my queen out from in the middle, because I don't think it was here. It might have been a move or two later where I said something like, I wish I could use my queen for other stuff while still blocking that pawn. Right here, Stockfish found the answer to that, but I didn't do it. I took the bishop, which was my 3rd best move. And after this, again, I'm supposed to play E3, my best move, but I had no idea, so I just played that. That was one of their best moves, my best move, their best move. Oh, I had to play A5 here? I think at some point I considered A5 without mentioning it, but it looked like they could just take, protected by their queen, and I have 2 pieces guarding that square. If they took, I could take with my rook and it would be safe. No, it wouldn't. What? No, if I took with my rook, they would take with their queen, and when I took their queen, they would promote. Oh, and then I would take back, and then they would take my queen, and they would have 2 rooks, and I would only have 1 rook. Yeah, so yeah, A5 seems really bad to me, but that was my top move. Also E3 again. Rook to B8 was my 3rd best move, but it was getting worse slowly. Okay, it did the same thing as the Duolingo Owl game. There wasn't a point at which I made a huge blunder that gave it away. As you see, it's gotten slowly worse. So yeah, basically I was stuck here, and this bot never let me get ahead, did it? Yeah, the Owl bot let me get slightly ahead for a little ways in the early middle game. This bot never let me get ahead. It took me back to even several times, but never let me get ahead. It is interesting that I did not last as long with this one as I did against the Owl. I played like a 1450 though, and Lily played a little higher than her rating, according to this. All right. Well, thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you next time.